Hello, and welcome back to our Tracklinq BAS video series. We'll be taking a look at each of the panels and provide an overview of its various features. Today we're going to be looking at the task panel and its features. As you can see, I've already logged in and I have our task panel pulled up. It shows the various tasks that have been associated to dispatch records and standalone tasks. It's important to recognize that within our task panel, it's an open-ended task panel, meaning you can create tasks that are associated with other record IDs, or you can create standalone tasks that are not associated with other task IDs. Each task can have an associated task along with it, as you can see over on the right, associated task panel, or they may not. They may be just a standalone task. Tasks or jobs, depending on your industry, can be used to fulfill certain things you need to do or set up for an employee to do before either a record gets done. You can have multiple tasks within that record, or it's something you would just want to assign a technician. They need to do something, so it's open-ended, and you can use them in any manner in which you fits your industry and your business type, your business model. First thing we're gonna, and as you can see, when you pick a record or a task associated with a record, you'll see that there are the details from which that record came from, and what it came from and who it is, the company name, the contact. Also, there's timestamps that are associated with this task, not the record itself. The dispatch record itself; those are separate, and you can also add comments to your record, or to your task, in which you can add as many comments as you'd like to fulfill the needs of this particular task. The first thing we're going to look at is creating a new task. We're going to create one from the our customer menu, our master customer list. I always like to use our Cablevision here, and we're going to pick Mike Conray, and up at the top of the customer panel is a create new task from a selected account. It simply will pull you over to the new task information panel, and from here we pick the equipment. Since it's associated with a customer, we need to associate it with a piece of equipment. If it's not listed, you can add those pieces of equipment. We also need to fill out what type of task it is, whether what the priority is with this particular task, what the SLA is if there is one. As it's required to select a username to go with this task, and a due date, so we can have an idea of when this task is going to be done. And this is a simple note or a complicated note, it's up to you. And at that point, we can simply create a new task, and which we will, and it'll tell us that task 1035 has been created, and it'll forward us back to our task panel where we see 1035 is filled out with the information that we've selected. At this point, we can create a associated task, which means we can associate a task with this task. It's going to pull up a brief task description, and we just simply put in the notes. As you can see, I don't type very well, but it's never been my strong suit. And we're going to put in a task ETA on this one too, just so we have an expectation. Again, we're going to assign it to, we can assign it to anybody we want. It's a new task, that is the default task status, and we're going to save that new task. Once we come back here, we're going to see that we have a new associated task associated to our task listed, and from there we can if you want to go back and view that associated task, you can pop up that button and it'll show you that associated task that came with it. It gets complicated, but you can keep it simple. It's up to you at that point. We can also take a task here, and we can create a service record or a dispatch record off of this information from this task. We'll click on that button, it comes back, and we're going to put in a new service record. Say we need to go out and fix their HP LaserJet. It's a standard call, just a standard contract. We're going to assign this one to Mike Smith, and we're going to say no power, just as a brief description of what that new ticket is. From here, we're going to create that new record, 12264, and we come back to our dispatch panel, and now we have a new record listed for that HP LaserJet with no power, and it adds it to this history. We're going to jump back to our task panel, pick our task again, any task. The next feature that we have is adding a timestamp and work done. Timestamps are very important. You can put in what you did. All these drop-down lists are user configurable, so you can create your own and make them fit your business style. Simply put in the date and time. Put it who submitted it, who's the work done, what level they are, and put in here a note. You can be complex on these notes, or you can be simple. Due to time, I'm pretty, keep them pretty simple. And we're going to save that timestamp, and as you see, we now have a new timestamp listed. You can take these timestamps anywhere here, and we can edit it. It wasn't the right times, so we want to go in there and put it in. Oh, it was actually from 9:15. Save that update, and it'll show that now the time is now 9:15. You can also delete timestamp if you choose to do so. It'll ask you if you want to confirm that you really do want to delete it. Simply confirm that, close it, and your timestamp's now gone. The next feature, adding time or the task comments. We want to put down who entered this comment, what type it is. Again, this is a dynamically entered list, so all your active employees will show up in this list. And then you can also create your comment types through the system settings panel, and you can put in what type of comment it is. Keeps it specific, breaks it down for you. Just put in just an update for me, and we're going to show that now it's just an update. Percentage done. Tasks tend to, in jobs, people want to know how far are you along with that particular task. Is here you can see that we're 0% done on these tasks. You can simply pull up the task percentage done button, put in, hey, I'm 50% done with it. Now that task shows that it's 50% done with its completion. You can obviously put in different percentages. If you want to simply take Bob Gentry, he's going to be out of the office for the next 3 weeks, and we need to re-sign that. We're going to give that to Matt, and we're going to transfer that ticket over to him. Now Matt is responsible for those tasks, and will show up in his queue when he's looking for his task. Lastly, you can cancel a task at any time. We're going to pick an old one here down at the bottom of the list. You can cancel that particular record, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to confirm that one? You simply say yes, close that box out, and as you can see, 1013 is now canceled. It's no longer a valid task. It will not show up on your list. That's a brief overview of our task panel. You can find more information at www.tracklinksoftware.com, and you can check out our live demo by clicking on the live demo link, which comes back to this database and this application, so you can play around with it yourself, get familiar with it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our YouTube channel often for more how-to videos and overviews. And you can also find us at Facebook on Facebook at Tracklinq BAS. Thanks, and have a good day.